People always ask me, Jack, how did you learn English? I tell them the truth. I never sat in a classroom for English. I never bought one single English textbook. I never paid $1 for an English course. And today, I speak English on stage in front of thousands of people. World leaders, business giants, Harvard professors, they all listen. So let me ask you something. You are studying English every single day. You are opening apps. You are memorizing grammar rules. You are buying books. You are watching courses, hours and hours every week. But still, when someone speaks fast English to you, your brain freezes. Nothing comes out. You understand maybe 50%. You feel ashamed. You feel small. Am I correct? Then stop. Please stop. Stop studying more, because more studying is not the answer. The answer is something completely different. And today I am going to show you exactly what that is. Stay with me. Because what I am going to say will change how you think about English forever. When I was 12, 13 years old, I fell in love with English. Not because of school. School actually made me hate it. Teachers would give me long lists of words to memorize, long grammar rules with confusing names, passive voice, present perfect continuous, subjunctive mood. I memorized everything. I passed every test. But the moment a foreign tourist spoke to me in natural English, I could not say one word back, not one sentence, nothing. This was my problem. And I realized this is not my failure. This is the system's failure. The education system teaches you English the wrong way. They teach you English like it is a subject to study. But English is not a subject. English is a tool, it is a bridge, it is a weapon. And tools are not learned by reading about them. Tools are learned by using them. Think about this. When you were a child, did your mother give you a grammar book before you learned your first language? Did she sit you down and say, okay, today we study the past perfect tense? No, never. You listened, you repeated, you made mistakes, you tried again. And one day, you were speaking. That is the natural path of language. But somewhere along the way, we forgot this natural path. We replaced it with examinations and rules. And now we wonder why people study English for 10 years and still cannot speak it properly. I see this everywhere, especially in Asia. Students with very high test scores, but zero confidence to open their mouth. Zero ability to have a real conversation. This is the tragedy of wrong education. So lesson number one, the biggest lie is that more studying equals better English. It does not. Better practice equals better English. These are two completely different things. And most people never understand this difference. When I was young, there was no internet, no YouTube, no apps, no online tutors, nothing. But there was one hotel near my home in Hangzhou, the Hangzhou Shangri-La Hotel. Foreign visitors came there, American tourists, British business people, European travelers. Every single morning for 9 years, not 9 days, not 9 weeks, every morning for 9 years, I woke up early and went to that hotel. I offered to give free tour guide service to these foreign visitors. I showed them around our city. I practiced my English with them. They corrected me when I was wrong. They taught me natural expressions. They told me how real people actually speak. Not textbook people, real people. This changed everything for me. Now I want you to think about what I was doing. I was not studying English. I was using English every single day for real conversations, with real consequences, with real feedback. That is the difference. You see, when there is a real conversation happening, your brain activates completely differently. It is not just memorizing anymore. It is survival. Your brain pays full attention. It locks in everything because it has to. This is why real conversations, even short ones, even imperfect ones, are worth 10 times more than hours of passive studying. Now today, you have advantages I never had. You have the internet. You have YouTube. You have millions of English speakers you can connect with online. You have podcasts, movies, shows, real content in English everywhere around you. But most people still treat all these tools like entertainment. They watch an English movie, but with subtitles in their own language. They follow an English channel, but they never comment in English. They have all the tools, but they never do the hard part. The hard part is speaking, opening your mouth, making mistakes, looking uncomfortable, being corrected. And I tell you, the people who are willing to be uncomfortable for a few months, they become fluent. The people who try to stay comfortable, they study for 20 years and still cannot speak. Let me be very direct. Here are the 3 rules that made my English what it is today. Rule number one, talk every day, even when your English is terrible. When I started speaking English with those tourists, I made so many mistakes. So many. My grammar was wrong. My pronunciation was wrong. Sometimes I said things that made people laugh, but I never stopped. I kept going every day because I understood something very important. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are the learning itself. Every mistake your brain makes, your brain actually records it, corrects it, and does not make the same mistake again. This is how human intelligence works. The people who are afraid to make mistakes, they never improve because they never get the feedback that mistakes give you. I always say, I applied to Harvard 10 times. They rejected me 10 times. Should I have stopped after the first rejection? No. Each rejection taught me something. English is the same way. Each wrong sentence teaches you something. Each embarrassing moment builds your courage. Rule number two, consume English like crazy, but the right kind. I am not telling you to watch English content passively. Passive consumption does not build fluency. What I mean is, consume English that is slightly above your level. Not too easy, not impossible, slightly challenging. When you watch something slightly difficult, your brain works. It stretches. It searches for meaning. And while it is searching, it is building new connections. But when you watch something too easy, your brain does not work. It is just entertaining itself. Nothing new is being built. So choose content that challenges you a little. Maybe you understand 80%. That 20% you do not understand. That is where your English is growing. Also, and this is very important, interact with the content. Pause. Repeat out loud what the speaker said. Say it exactly the same way. Same rhythm, same pronunciation, same emotion. This technique is called shadowing, and it is more powerful than any grammar exercise ever invented. Rule number three, build your English around your life, not around textbooks. Here is what most people do wrong. They study textbook English. They learn how to say, the cat sat on the mat. Very useful, very realistic. No, learn the English that you actually need. What is your work? What is your passion? What topics do you love to talk about? Start there. If you love technology, consume English content about technology every day. If you love sports, watch sports commentary in English. If you love cooking, follow English cooking channels. When you connect English to things you already love, learning stops feeling like homework. It starts feeling like play. And when something feels like play, you do it more, you do it longer, and you improve faster. This is not a trick. This is basic human psychology. We learn what we enjoy, and we enjoy what connects to our real life. I want to talk about something that nobody talks about. Most people who want to learn English, they quit. Not because they are lazy, not because they are stupid. They quit because they do not see fast enough results. They study for 3 months. Their English is still not perfect. They feel frustrated. They give up. And then they start again 6 months later and quit again. This cycle repeats for years. I understand this feeling. When I was 20 years old, my English was still not very good. I had already been practicing for years. Many times I thought, maybe English is not for me. Maybe I am not talented enough. But then I noticed something. When I looked back, not 1 week back, not 1 month back, when I looked back 1 year, I could see clearly how much I had improved. The progress was real. It was just slow. Too slow to feel every day. This is the nature of language learning. Progress is invisible in the short term. It only becomes visible when you zoom out and look at a longer period of time. So my advice, never compare today's English to yesterday's English. Always compare today's English to last year's English. That comparison will show you the real truth, and the real truth will give you the courage to keep going. Also, let me say this clearly. You do not need perfect English to be successful. I am living proof of this. My English is not perfect. I make grammatical errors sometimes. My accent is not American. My pronunciation is sometimes a little off. But I communicate. I connect. I make people understand what I want to say. And I make people feel what I want them to feel. That is what language is for. Not to be grammatically perfect, but to connect human to human. The goal is not perfect English. The goal is powerful English. There is a very big difference. Now I want to go deeper. I want to tell you why English matters. Not just as a language skill, but as a life-changing weapon. When I learned English, it did not just help me talk to foreigners. It opened my mind to a completely different way of thinking. a different way of seeing problems, a different way of understanding the world. Because language is not just words, language is a window into culture, into history, into ideas. When you learn English, you are not just learning vocabulary and grammar. You are learning to think in a new framework. You are accessing decades of knowledge, innovation, and ideas that were originally created in English. The best business books, written in English. The best technology research, published in English. The most important global conversations, happening in English. When you cannot access English, you are standing outside a very big door, watching other people go inside, explore, and come back more powerful. When you can access English, that door is open for you too. I always say, my English did not make me successful, but my English multiplied my success. It gave me access to people, opportunities, and ideas that I could not have reached otherwise. And I see this every day in young people around the world. The ones who are making progress, who are building careers, starting businesses, creating change, they are the ones who invested early in their English ability. Not because English is the only language, but because English is the language of global opportunity right now. This will change in the future. I believe in the future, more languages will become important for global business. But right now, today, English is the key. And the good news? You do not need to be born in America or England to speak powerful English. I am proof of that. You just need commitment, daily practice, courage to make mistakes, and patience to keep going even when progress feels invisible. I want to end with something personal. Many years ago, when I was a young teacher earning $12 a month, teaching English in China, somebody told me, "Jack, you are wasting your time. You are nobody. Your English will never take you anywhere." Today, I have spoken in English at Davos, at the United Nations, at Harvard, at Stanford, at conferences where presidents and prime ministers sit in the audience and listen. Not because my English is perfect, but because I never stopped. Because I used English as a weapon, not a subject. Because I respected the language enough to practice it every single day. So let me say this to you directly. Whoever you are watching this right now, you are not too old to start. You are not too uneducated to begin. Your accent does not matter. Your country does not matter. Your past failures with English do not matter. What matters is what you do starting today, right now. After this video ends, do not just watch this and feel motivated for 5 minutes. Use that motivation. Go speak one sentence in English today. Just one, with anyone. Your friend, your phone camera, your mirror. Do not wait until your English is perfect. Start now. Start messy. Start with fear, but start. Because the only English that will never improve is the English you never practice. I believe in you. Now it is your turn to believe in yourself. Thank you.